Hi. Taehyung Lovers all around the world. Welcome back to Taehyung Lovers Worldwide channel. 3 seconds. Don't scroll. Because February 2026 was not just an ordinary airport moment. This wasn't about the suitcase, not about the coat, not about the pose. This was about one small detail on the finger of Kim Taehyung, V of BTS, that made the world stop and ask, how could single ring shake global conversation? The camera lights had not even dimmed when the international public fixated on the Oura Ring from Oura Health, a smart device once praised by Jennifer Aniston on Jimmy Kimmel Live. But this time was different. No promotion, no advertising contract, just silence. And precisely in that silence, the impact felt louder. Was it just an accessory? Or a symbol of a new era where technology, health, and global charisma merge in one frame? And it wasn't over. A simple birthday greeting turned into an international debate. Loyalty was praised. Sincerity was questioned. Then came the most chilling moment. Upon returning to Korea, Taehyung was walking casually with Jin when suddenly the security formation tightened. He was moved to the center of the line and immediately directed into a car. Within seconds, the atmosphere changed. Why did it have to be that tight? What really happened? The world was full of theories, but Taehyung remained calm. If you want to know why February 2026 is called a turning point in Kim Taehyung's global cultural influence, watch until the end. Because by the end of this video, you may no longer see that ring as just an accessory, but as a message. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And most importantly, help it go viral. Because the world must always see Kim Taehyung's kindness and calmness without the wrong framing. Because February 2026 was not just another month in the global entertainment industry calendar. It was a moment that tested how powerful one small detail could be in shaking world conversation. The airport lights had not yet faded when international attention was drawn to something almost silent. A ring on the finger of Kim Taehyung, or as the world knows him, V of BTS. Not his luxury suitcase, not the long coat falling perfectly on his shoulders, not even the sharp gaze that has long been his visual identity. This time, the world fixated on a small glimmer, holding meaning far greater than a mere accessory. A report from Marie Claire, Korea, dissected that moment in an almost poetic tone. The return of the BTS members after 4 years became an emotional event awaited by millions of fans across countries. Yet amid the roar of welcome and flashes of cameras, the magazine's editor specifically highlighted the minimalist ring encircling Kim Taehyung's finger. At a glance, it looked like an elegant contemporary piece of jewelry. But behind its clean and calm design lay advanced health technology representing a new era. Technology fused with aesthetics. The ring was the Oura Ring, a smart device created by the Finnish health technology company, Oura Health, designed to monitor sleep quality, heart rate variability, stress levels, body temperature, and physical recovery. The Oura Ring is widely known among elite athletes, Silicon Valley executives, and global public figures. But when that technology rests on Taehyung's finger, its meaning shifts. It is no longer just a health tracker, but a symbol of precision, self-awareness, and a reflective lifestyle. In one airport photo frame, technology meets character. The Oura phenomenon has long echoed on the international stage. Hollywood actress Jennifer Aniston openly praised it in an interview on the popular talk show Jimmy Kimmel Live, calling the ring an important part of her health routine. But there is a significant difference between verbal promotion and visual influence without words. Jennifer Aniston spoke about its benefits. Taehyung simply wore it, without official announcement, without commercial campaign, without sponsor statement. And precisely in that silence, its appeal multiplied. In an era when the public grows increasingly critical of paid endorsements, authenticity becomes the most expensive currency. One photo, one short video, and global conversation moves. Online searches spike. Discussion forums heat up. Is this part of a branding strategy? Is it purely a personal choice of an artist becoming more health conscious? Or is this a signal that a new generation of idols is redefining luxury? Not diamonds and precious metals anymore, but data and biological awareness? Yet February 2026 did not stop at the ring. Days later, the global timeline on X heated up again with another debate that sounded simple but carried psychological weight. Kim Taehyung never forgets to wish his fellow BTS members a happy birthday. For some fans, it was proof of loyalty and unwavering friendship. But on the other side, cynical accusations attempted to frame the gesture as image strategy. This is where mass psychology works ruthlessly. When someone stands at the peak of popularity, every action is interpreted through personal bias. Sincerity can be labeled calculation. Silence can be misread as coldness. Another viral video added another layer of drama. Taehyung was initially walking casually at the back with Jin, his expression flat and controlled. But within seconds, the security formation changed drastically. The line tightened, black uniform bodies close in, and he was moved to the center until entering the car. In the context of extraordinary crowd density, the step was clearly a security protocol. But for the digital public, the visual felt dramatic. Comments flooded social media platforms, some admitting they got chills seeing how quickly the dynamic shifted. Once again, a small detail became fuel for international discussion. This is where we see the bigger pattern. If the same ring were worn by an ordinary person, it would not become news. If security tightened for another figure, it might only be a brief note. But when it happens to Kim Taehyung, the resonance multiplies. This is not just about popularity, but cultural magnetism. One small movement can shift the direction of global conversation. One accessory can trigger a surge in market interest. One personal gesture can transform into cross-country headlines. This phenomenon places Taehyung between two unavoidable extremes: passionate love and blazing criticism. He lives in a space of hyperexposure, where cameras never truly turn off and opinions never truly fall silent. Yet amid that vortex, he maintains one consistent thing: calmness. He does not respond to rumors one by one. He does not make lengthy clarifications. He does not appear provoked by digital debates. And perhaps that is precisely what makes some parties uncomfortable, when someone remains calm in the middle of a storm seemingly created for him. In the end, February 2026 became more than just an airport moment. It became a symbol of a shifting era. Luxury now meets intelligence. Fashion meets function. Global icons are no longer judged only by what they wear, but by the meaning behind their choices. The Oura Ring on Taehyung's finger is a metaphor that the future is not only to be displayed, but to be optimized. The question now returns to the public. Is it merely a smart ring? Or is it a sign that the cultural influence of one individual has entered a deeper phase, where a small glimmer can shake industries, divide opinions, and move world algorithms? In an era moving this fast, perhaps what is most surprising is not the technology itself, but how powerful the impact of a detail can be when worn by the right figure at the right time. Taehyung lovers all around the world, we have reached this point. And now the question is no longer about the ring, no longer about the airport, no longer about the suddenly tightened security. The question is, why does every small detail of Kim Taehyung, V of BTS, always manage to shake global conversation? February 2026 proved one thing. When the world looks at him, it is not merely seeing an idol. The world is witnessing influence, calmness, and strength of character that cannot be manufactured. From the spotlight of Marie Claire Korea to discussions about the Oura Ring from Oura Health, once praised by Jennifer Aniston on Jimmy Kimmel Live, everything leads to one fact. Taehyung's influence does not need to shout to be heard. He simply stays silent, and the world speaks. And perhaps that is exactly what makes some people uneasy, when calmness is stronger than noise. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the deepest and most honest analysis about Kim Taehyung. If you don't like it, feel free to skip. Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. But if you believe the world should always see Kim Taehyung's kindness and calmness without the wrong framing, help make it go viral. Because a story this big should never drown in noise.